Hello everyone, this is Pilpoh. Welcome back to All the Mods 10 to the Sky. Now, today we're just going to crack straight into it. We're going to go and try and get some of that sweet, sweet vibranium. We haven't even upgraded our armor yet to be like all the modium armor, but we're going to try and get vibranium today. And I am going to go straight for the B. I know we're going to use GeOres and stuff, which is kind of fun, but yeah. To begin with, you can see that I've already set up a little bit of a foundry right here. So these are all the things you need to get started with the foundry. So you don't need 2 drains, but I'm going to use 2. I'm going to use them at the back right here. We'll build this one together. I'm going to put a tank right there. And you can see I've already got a like lava ender tank right now. And what you do is on the ender tank, you see this little wheel? If you make it so the orange is up, it like spins round, it will output lava to all sides. Next thing we want to do is I've got some of these liquid heating coils right here. I do intend on upgrading these later on. So I'm going to put those down like this. If you've never built a Tinker's Construct smeltery is what they called it. This is obviously called a foundry. But if you've never built one of these before, then it is actually kind of fun to build these. So you stick that one down right there. I think this is done. Yeah, there you go. It's actually working right now. If we have a look in here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've got 9 slots, and that is literally the 9 slots we've got in here. So, you know, where the blocks can go. So putting anything in here will, like, if I stick all of those things in there, you can see it actually takes up the 9 slots. Now, that is really cool, having 9 slots and everything, but you know what's cooler? Having 18 slots. And wait, no, don't land in there. If there's anything in there and you land inside it, it will hurt you. So if it's got any molten stuff. So now, look at that, we've got 18 slots. And what is cooler than that is the fact that you can do... Actually, I want to do that right there because I quite like doing this with my Foundry controller. You can use these brown Foundry windows as well, and they count as like the bricks that go around the edge. So that is even more. So that's what? 18 plus, so it's 27? Yeah, 27. So there we go. Anyway, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to have these right here so we could start using the Productive Metalworks Foundry tap. We could actually get 4 of these if we fancy. I'm going to get 2 of the casting basins. And I'm also going to get 2 of the casting tables right there. Now, to get any of this stuff, you do need this stuff called fire brick. And to get fire brick, it's just clay and sand. Fire brick makes you all of the black stuff, basically. And you can color it different stuff. I was going to go for light blue, but I thought that would like stand out. Whereas I'm actually trying to go with the aesthetic of the cave, aren't I? And this one looks kind of nice for the cave. Kind of, is it Gucci or Louis Vuitton or whatever? I don't know. I'm not up with my there you go, with my brands, as it were. I don't really care about brands, if I'm honest, but yeah, there we go. Stick that one there, stick that one there, and then this one goes right there. There you go. Cool. So now this hasn't got anything in it because I broke the controller, meaning my nuggets that were in there. Like, if we go back around here, are you still gonna... Yeah, there you go. And if we have a look in here again, they got a nugget off me. If we do that 8 more times, we might get an ingot. I don't know what that does, though. Meat nugget. What the heck is a meat ingot? I think you could eat this. You could eat yourself? That's disgusting. We do need to get ourselves an ingot cast, though, don't we, to do this? Yeah. Okay, let's get an ingot cast because we can. So steel. Now you can make steel in this, but I'm just gonna not make steel in this. We're gonna get a couple of what are the good casts we've got? We've got ingot, we got nugget, gem, gear, rod, good old rod right there. Plate. And I think those are the only ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So we need 6 times 4. So steel. 6 times 4 is 24. Okie dokie. So we'll get 24 of these. There you go. And then I can chuck those in there. The lava is going to heat it up. And you can see that they are technically in there like that. Obviously, there's also in the tank, there's my my nugs right there. So we need to, need to do something about that. But for now, what we can do with this is if I get a copper ingot. In fact, tell you what we get. We'll get a brick. Regular old brick. Because it looks like an ingot, doesn't it? So you put that one down. And can you not pour out of this? Did I do this wrong? Oh. No, I put the steel on the bottom there. Does it not work with bricks? That is probably a thing in it. Yeah, it did used to work with bricks in Tinker's Construct. I'm just putting that out there, Lobster John. We'll have to discuss that later. Let's get myself a copper ingot then, because I know that one will probably work. Yeah, there you go. So what we're doing right now, that is going to destroy the copper ingot. It's going to pour some steel around it, and then we're going to get this thing called an ingot cast. But it does destroy the thing, right? So what we can do again is if I get one of these lovely copper nugs right there, I can pour that around the copper nugget. And in fact, what we can now do is that one nugget of meat that we had, I can pour that into the nugget mold that we've got right there. And we've got ourselves a meat nugget from Metalworks. That's so funny. Love it. So there's our nugget cast. Now, what were the other casts? Have a look. So we've got a gem cast. We've got gear, rod, good old rod, and plate. Okay, so I'm going to use basically copper. We could do... Let me do copper rod. Yeah, we can make a copper rod like that. That's actually a really bad one to do, but... Oh, that does remind me. We can use, if we do gear... We can use one of these wooden gears from Ender.io, which is just a nugget and some sticks. And then gem, I think we'll probably use lapis. No, not lapis. I mean, we maybe use lapis. I don't know if that's one of them. But we could use some nether quartz. I know that. Should we try lapis first? Steel's in there. Oh, it does work. Oh, lovely. So we've got a load of lapis. We might as well use it. So there's our gem cast. I'm gonna get all the casts. You don't need all of the casts. I'm just putting it out there. You can also use both of these at the same time. And this is probably useless for you guys if you're trying to make the GeOres stuff, because pull that one out as well. You actually use the casting basins right there. So you can actually cast out a whole block. So if I were to get let's get an iron block. Iron block right there. So I'm going to pop that one in. I'm also going to put in the speed upgrades. So it does say on there that you can install them into a Foundry controller. And that will just speed up heating up all of this stuff right here. That is going to make us an entire block worth of liquid for iron right there. So I just want to show you how this works, basically. Again, we don't really need any of these right now. I'm going to put them all in the system because we don't need them. So there you go. There's a block of iron. And what you could do, right click right there. And there's a block of iron. And it's going to cool itself down over time. And then we'll get ourselves a block of iron, which is awesome. Also, they've changed it recently so that instead of being 144 for a entire like ingot of liquid, it's weird. They used to melt down into 144, which was divisible by 9, so you could get the nuggets out easier. Now they've changed it, so a nugget is worth 10 millibuckets, and an ingot is worth what is an ingot worth? It will be 90, but then that would mean that it's 810 millibuckets for a block. It used to be more, so that way you could get over a bucket for a block, but now it's 810, which is, I mean, that's fine. I don't mind that. Anyway, right, that's all of that stuff right there. I think now we are able to get into the GeOres, aren't we? So I actually need to have a look. So that's GeOres, like that. So we need a quartz geode, which is budding quartz geode right there. We need a uranite one, which I'm guessing is this one. Budding there, yeah. Need a diamond. Diamond. Uranium, gold, iron, and emerald. Okie dokie. So that one there, I'll do them in order, I think. So that was uranite. Where's the uranium one? Is that it? No, that's the emerald one. Uranium's down here. Uranium, gold, iron, and emerald. I think those are the ones that we need right there. And if you have a look, the reason we made this is so we could pour a block over one of the times one. This one's a bit different, which is fine. We could do this. We're going to have to get into ender crafting anyway in a sec. So the quartz one, I might move the uranite one to the end because that one actually has extra stuff you need to do. Lib, like that. That shows all of the upgrades you can get. This is also for productive bees, but there's this one right here. Stability upgrade. So that is one ender pearl, and then you pour it over one of these upgrade bases. So I'm going to make an upgrade base pearl, one of those. We're going to stick that one in and get that one mounted down. There you go. So we got some ender in there like that. I'm going to pop that one right there. It's going to pour over that. We get our stability. And I'm going to use that instead of one of these speed upgrades. We can put speedier upgrades in here, but I haven't made the bee yet or anything for any of that. So the reason I put this in is so we could just literally chuck all of this stuff in. And it will happily just all go in. And then they're all just like stack up like this. And then what we could do right here is we could stick things in like that. We could pour that one over there. In fact, we do want to wait for this one to finish. Otherwise, yeah, it will start trying to pour out like the emerald on this side and so on and so on. That's going to cool down and give us a cheeky little GeOre right there. Although, oh, you need one more. You need 10. Oh, flipping heck. Okay. So we're going to put those ones in. I'm going to put this over here. That's already melted. We could pull that one out. Lovely. Right, let's get into the ender crafting then, I suppose. So we need an ender crafter. You can get the auto ender crafter. We're not going to do that right now. So the ender crafter looks like this. So that is an ender ingot. Yeah. So basically, it's like where the rods are the alternators and the crafter is the orb from power. They're very similar. So yeah, let's grab one of those. It's going to be a little bit manual to begin with. And how many of these should we make? I think 16 is a good number. It's a good Minecraft number, that, isn't it? 16. Quarter stack right there. So with this one, what you can do, I don't know where we put this. I might, can we put it on the ceiling? You know what? We're just going to use 8 for now. Why not? I'm going to pop this one in the middle like that. And then we're going to get ourselves some uranite. Nope. There you go. Are you going to start crafting? Yes. You're just very slow. So we should probably use more of these. So I'm going to put these around the edge. Almost done. And with this one, that is all of the GeOres we need to make ourselves. Let's get rid of all of that. To make ourselves the vibranium right there. Because that's the ultimate plan for today. I want to get 13 vibranium. I'll tell you why. If you put vibranium through the cast... No, that's not it. Through here, you do need to melt it with some soul lava. Now, there's another way to do this, and we'll get to it in a sec. But yeah, you don't need soul lava to do the 3000 temperature. Anyway, with the molten vibranium, you can... First off, cast it out into a block and everything, which is cool. You can make some of this really cool, like, silent gear metal, which is like the ultimate metal overall. You need unobtainium, vibranium, orthomodium, you need Tyrian steel, you need some meat, heavy molten core as well. Whoa. But the whole point is we need it so we can pour it out onto an orthomodium bee so we can get ourselves the vibranium bee spawn egg right there. And that's the plan. We're going to get a spawn egg. We're only going to get the one bee, I think. And then we're going to use that bee to get more vibranium and then maybe make more bees later on. I think that's a good idea right there. Anyway, did we get that? Take it out? Yeah, we did. Nice. Right, should we go and automate these? Probably a good idea, isn't it? So, at just dire. that just dire things. There is a advanced block breaker that we want to get. I don't know if this is how you're supposed to do it, by the way. This is... I've not actually touched this mod yet. The GeOres mod. It was in All the Magic Arcana, but I didn't get around to actually playing with it at the time. I didn't realize it would be such a big, like, deal to a load of people. So, yeah. Anyway, we need the advanced block breaker. We're going to make the Celestigem pickaxe as well. Just like that. If we put power into the advanced block breaker and we put the Celestigem pickaxe in the advanced block breaker, it will take power from the breaker and put it in the Celestigem pickaxe right there. I should probably swap out my Paxel at some point. I usually don't do this, but I'm actually just going to skip this bit because it was just a lot of testing. We've got a really cool setup coming up in a second. All right, it's not the most efficient method whatsoever right here, but it will work. So that's all we care about. Now, I am going to put a couple of bits of dirt in some of these corners because that's where we're going to place a few bits and bobs. The things themselves don't need to be powered, do they? So uranium, or is that? Yeah, uranium and the emerald one definitely don't need to be together, do they? So I might do, you know what? Because it makes sense to me, I am going to put these in the right places. So, except that one, that's not where that's supposed to go. This is emerald and diamond. This one is going to be uranium and uranite. So we're going to put the uranite one over here. These things, by the way, cardboard boxes, really good. You can get sawdust and make a little cardboard box. They will keep the MBT data. I hope this is the right one. Oh, it is. Nice. I don't remember what this one is. It's gold. Okay. That one goes with the iron one right there. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, they will keep the NBT data of whatever you pick up. So the iron one is 100% over here. Going to go with the gold one that we've got. And then finally, we want to get the quartz one. And we're going to pop that one right there. And we need one more because this only has 7, right? Yeah, what can we do right there? There's probably a thing we could put. Yeah, that'd be good. I mean, we don't really need it at this point, but I'm just doing it because aesthetic-wise it works, doesn't it? So another thing we want to do is, whilst we're here, I am going to get fortune. Oh, no, it's not going to come up. Enchanted. At some point, we really need to get into apotheosis, like the books thing. I want to get the enchantment library if it's in here. That one. I want to get this at some point. Because that way we can get all of these books out of our flipping inventory right here. Don't need unbreaking. We don't need looting either. Where is... Ah, there you go. Fortune. We've got 2 fortune books, so we don't have to, duplicate it. And I will also get myself an efficiency. So, fortune and efficiency. And we're going to pop that. I think you're supposed to do the books together first, because it saves you levels overall. So, fortune and efficiency are on the Celestigem pickaxe. This is the pickaxe that's going to be used. And I think fortune does work when it comes to the shards. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let's pop upstairs. And we can pop this. It's weird that that doesn't make any noise right now, but pop that there. There you go. So, plan is we are going to say, show the area. The area is right on top. So, we don't want to move it up or down or anything. We just want to make it bigger. Yeah, there you go. So, we want to make it 2 times as big. And we also want to make it 2 times as big that way as well. So it's going to cover this entire area right here. And I am going to quickly... I'm going to use this, actually. We only got 1 out of that, so I'm not sure this does work. I'm going to mine each one at least once. That one gave us 16. What the actual heck? There we go. So we've got, each one of the different things right there. And what we could do is we could say... Nope. We could say this, and this. So those are all the ones that we are allowed. Make sure it's on the allow list. Make sure it's on filtered items. if we put this down here, it's still not that quick, is it? Ah. This is funny. How do I stop this? Let's change it to deny list. Oh my goodness, look at all the shards. That's funny, right there. Why did it get a, it looked like it got a, some of the stone thingies. Maybe I had that before. Anyway, yeah, that's going to create us a lot of those. Now, all we need to do, I'm going to turn off the render area, is we need to get that into our system somehow. I've just thought of something. Instead of having them, like, dump out into the world, can't we just do the drops teleporter? You know what? I should have just taken this out earlier instead of changing it. Oh, okay. We're going to go do the drops teleporter instead, which is an upgrade for the Celestigem pickaxe, which is the reason I made it in the first place. I just forgot about it. I do apologize. Anyway, drops teleporter is that bad boy right there. So to make this, you do need a set of the ferrocore, which you get from the raw ferrocore, which you get from putting, you know, iron next to one of the goos and having the goo fed and everything. So there's the upgrade base, the blank one. This one right here is what we need. And the way that you put these on here is you use a smithing table. So we could do that and that. Is that not it? That and that? Yeah, there you go. It needs to go in the middle slot. So this has now got drops teleporter on it. And what we can do with this is, if we've got, like, I don't know, this one over here. This is an interface, right? Ah, we could do with, like, an empty interface, really. Something we're not going to change. I mean, this one's pretty empty over here, isn't it? Yeah, it's got, like, loads of room. So what we can do is we can bind it to that one. And now, if we go up there, and I get rid of all of those demagnetizers, and I get rid of my ender chest and everything. A good idea, but we've got better things nowadays, don't we? So we don't need to use the ender chest and all of that. Get rid of the demagnetizers. Should pick all of those up now. There you go. What we do is pop this one in. And you can see it's not dropping on the floor. It's not going into my inventory because this thing is drops teleporting it into that interface. I wonder, because when you put stuff in the interface, it disappears straight away. I wonder if we could see it. Yeah, it doesn't look like we can see it, but it is going into the system. I can assure you. So if we do shard like that, you can see all of these are going up. Amazing. I should probably put all of those shards. So I'm going to grab one of each, not the amethyst, but I'm going to grab one of each of these, like, shards that we've got. I'm going to put them in this one instead. So they all come in here instead. If we grab all of these ones out, I'm going to grab all of the, shards out and put them in this one. This one, by the way, has got infinite or max int, doesn't it? When it comes to storage for every single slot. Oh, yeah. I need to do the memory for these as well. I also put the shulker shells and the feathers in here because we were getting an insane amount of shulker shells and feathers. Right, I got rid of the ender crafter thingy because we're going to move it. We'll probably move it upstairs with the crystals. Might be a good idea, right? The other thing is we want to get ourselves the vibranium or the crystalline ingot right there. So we need to make one of these extended or the elite crafting table. And you have to tear them up and everything. And I know it's a single craft. A load of people ask me why I do single crafts in my, you know, I make patterns for single crafts. I just do. I don't know why. It's a thing. So we're just going to crack on, I think, and make it. Now we can make that crafting table. Ultimate crafting table incoming right there. There you go. All of these are being created. I should probably make some more of the, not the speed cores, but the thing that lets you do multiple things at once. Anyway, there you go. It's done now. Excellent. Right. I'm going to do this upstairs as well, I think. Is it nighttime? It is nighttime. By the way, the ultimate crafting table is used for the ATM Star. I don't know if you could get this yet. You might be able to do it, if I'm honest. I'm pretty sure you will be able to. Like the flight module and everything you can get. I think you can get all of that stuff. Yeah. Empty soul gem looks weird now. Oh, the chaotic core as well. You have to go through all of Draconic Evo to do that. That's fine. Anyway, this one we need lapis, diamonds, gold, iron, and nether stars. So lapis, diamonds. Where's the gold? Gold, nether stars, and was it iron? Iron. There it is. So can we do the thing where we do that? Yeah, we can. So there is our crystalline ingots right there. And then what we can do with this is... I might do it... I don't want to do it upside down. Maybe we do it over here. Probably build something around this as well. And we could do this side as well. And then we could do the other side if we wanted. Let's move this over here. There you go. Lovely. Right, so this one, we can now use the crystalline ingots. Now, how many do we get? How many vibranium? Is it just the one? Yeah, okay. So I might do this recipe again. Can we do it? Shift, move all? Ah, there we go. Nice. So we can make 24 easy enough, just like that. So stick that one in the middle, and then pop all of these away. We don't need 24, do we? But let's grab all of our shards. So I know we need double the amount of those, but that's fine. We could just do this. And you don't need this one. There you go. So I remember it's like that. I wonder. Oh, you can't do that. What am I missing? Iron. Why am I missing the iron one? Oh, it's right there. That's why. So now can we do this? Hey, there you go. And that's just going to take its time. You know what? I am going to do the other sides. Right, there you go. We could sort of see in there. And there's our first vibranium ingot right there. Quest vibranium. Love it. Nice one. So we can get ourselves the upgrade template. So smithing template. We can get, I think you can get the Automodium by upgrading the smithing template, which we've already got, right? So we've got at least one of these already. And then you can, obviously, once you've got the one, you can start upgrading it with deep slate. Then there is the vibranium smithing template. A lot of people have asked how you get ancient stone, and I don't believe you can right now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't get ancient stone right now. So, yeah, if you're watching this in the future, that might have changed. You might be able to go to the other and everything. And then the... Wait, you can make the unobtainium one now as well. Because you can get unobtainium from the end. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. This one is kind of a pain in the bum, though, because you need a lot of vibranium and you need a lot of automodium. That does remind me. Should we get some bees up and running? I feel like this is going to be a really long episode. So maybe we save the bees for next episode. What do you think? I think that might be a good idea. Anyway, we only need 13 of these vibranium right here. But right there, we've already got 3. And that's actually quite fun. I quite like the look of this GeOres thing. We could probably put these shards and, you know, smelt up the shards and everything. So maybe we make like a vibranium or unobtainium smelter at some point. Because what we could do is put this one in like that, and it would just make us loads of iron. I've got no processing going on right now, do I? What happens if you put the ancient debris in here? Does it make you... No, you can't do anything with that one. You have to pour it out. You do? I'm not a big fan of that. These ones are rubbish then. Because, oh, I mean, you can make these, can't you? You can make the ancient debris with it. It's not that bad then. We can compact that down like that. There you go. Get rid of all of it. There you go. Love it. Just to show you as well, we've got 79,000 ancient debris as it is. We don't need the shard, but there it is. Anyway, I am going to call the episode here, I think. Next episode, we'll try and get the bee. I'll show you how all of that works. And, yeah, we did pretty decent today, didn't we? So, awesome. Let's call it there for now. This is super, super quick as well, which is really nice. Yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. Thanks for joining. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. I should probably mention, I'm doing a stream straight after this video comes out. Not like directly after. I'm going to give you guys an hour to watch this video, and then we will crack on with the stream. But I hope to see you all there. I'm going to be on Twitch and YouTube, and I'm going to try and get like everybody in the chat this time. So that'd be kind of fun. Anyway, see you there.